Hi, my name is Christine.
And my name is Mary.
And we are sisters, and we are the co-hosts of this podcast, Dawson, Cries. My sister Mary and I decided to start this podcast because we live in different cities, but we are extremely close.
Ooh, hard sell.
I mean, it's got to be said. We're just the closest sisters I know. And, you know, we talk to each other constantly on the phone. But, you know, sometimes when you talk on the phone, you start talking about current events. And lately, if you've been watching the news or on Twitter, you'd know that current events can have a pretty bad toll on your mental health and your stress level. So in order to have something else to talk about, we decided to start a podcast about a really popular hit TV show from the 90s called Dawson's Creek, which we'd both never seen before. And it's going really well, I'd say.
It's going great.
Don't we sound happy and healthy?
It's just hilarious, though it makes it sound like we have nothing to talk about other than, like, the president in Dawson's Creek. Like, we had to start a podcast so we'd have something to say.
It's true, and actually it's funny because every episode we spend at least an hour talking to each other about things that aren't the president, so...
Thankfully. I don't think we talked for an hour before starting recording, and I don't think we talked about the president once.
No, I don't think that name came up, which is great.
Gone from our minds for the moment.
The podcast is working, Mary.
It is working! Although the conversation was stressful for other reasons, kind of, but...
Yeah, there's always stress lingering right under the surface, unless you're talking about the big D.
The big D is stress-free.
I like that. I like that a lot. So here we are, Season 3, Episode 9. This episode's called Four to Tango. And Mary, why don't you just, like, tango your way into our hearts and kick us off?
I'd be glad to. So this episode, we're in that familiar territory of Dawson's bedroom. Things are getting steamy, but it's... Who's that in the bed? It's not Dawson, and it's not Joey. It's Pacey doing the dirty with Jen Lindley. They're making out hard. But are they? After a few minutes of thinking, wow, this is getting steamy, they're like, oh, this stinks. I'm not feeling anything. Ugh, I'm not feeling anything either. For some reason, they thought it was going to be really hot to hook up in Dawson's room. I don't know what it is about Jen loving to hook up in other people's beds, but it's a theme.
Oh, true.
She wants to get busted again by the D. And all I wrote was, ew, they're hooking up in Dawson's bed. Like, ew.
That is so gross.
It's weird. It's their friend. It's just strange.
No wonder they couldn't get in the mood.
I know, they were thinking about the hair
atmosphere.
Flip and all that Dawson stressful energy.
Yeah.
Probably just seeped up in the fabric of the bed. So
yeah, it's like a cock block environment.
Totally. So they're not able to feel it. And Pacey's like, well, we should just give up. Like, it's not working. And Jen's like, I think we should keep trying for a week. Like, why? It just seems so arbitrary. Pacey's like, okay, like, let's try it for a week. Then all of a sudden they hear a big crash. Jen goes running out the window, but Pacey gets busted by the D. And he's like, what are you doing in my room? He's like, oh, I'm just playing Crash Bandicoot. That is a lame excuse. The TV's not on. There's not a controller in sight. He's just sitting on, like, this is, like, a really bad... It was like he just got caught by his dad masturbating, and he's, like, coming up with some lame excuse.
This is like, I wonder if this is pre-Shaggy. This is like it wasn't me excuse level.
Ooh! It wasn't me. Yeah, I'm just playing Crash Bandicoot. It wasn't me. It's very bad excuse. And Dawson doesn't buy it for a second. And he's like, well, I also came here for the snacks. There's no snacks, and you don't have any colored cheese on your fingers, so no one's buying that excuse either. And then Pacey's like, I gotta go, I gotta get to school. And Dawson's like, you're not wearing your shoes. I mean, the whole thing is just out of control, bonkers. And And Dawson's very suspicious. I mean, Christine, how would you, like, was weird to me. How would you feel if you walked into your room and one of your friends was there?
Well, I'm not Dawson, so I would probably be real freaked out.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's not a normal occurrence for me at all. I'd be like, how'd you get a key?
Yeah.
I don't have a ladder you could climb. Probably couldn't get through my window because I have screens on them.
But if it was high school. If it was high school.
Oh, if it was high school?
Yeah.
During the day, I'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah. I feel like I had a friend whose house I could go to, like people go to Dawson's. But very rarely would I let myself in. I did have to do it once when I got locked out of my house. So I broke into their house to use the phone.
Oh, wow.
Before Mom and Dad, I didn't get a cell phone until I was like 17.
Yeah.
And I'm not that old, like people had them. So it kind of was brutal when I'd get locked out. So I remember I broke into her house to use her phone once. And I used to just hang out there kind of uninvited all the time. But I don't think I ever hung out in her room, like, without her being aware of it. It's weird.
I'd feel awkward doing that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really want to either. Like, why would you want to be alone in someone else's bedroom?
Yeah. It's creeps.
However, I do remember playing, and you probably do too, Mary. We didn't have the full Crash Bandicoot game, but I think we had the demo.
Yeah.
Ooh, it was fun.
It was fun.
That little Bandicoot. I don't know.
Little orange Bandicoot.
Running around doing spins.
What is a Bandicoot? Is it a fictional thing?
I think so. It looks like
a real animal or not.
It's like a unicorn. A Bandicoot.
Yeah. Is a Bandicoot real?
That's going to be the new, like, the unicorn is having such a moment.
Ugh, too much,
next,
if you ask me.
We're calling it right now on Dawson Cries. The next moment mythological creature is going to be the Bandicoot.
The Bandicoot.
You guys better make your Bandicoot totes and t-shirts right now.
My friend told me she really wanted to buy this pillow that she saw that was the poop emoji with the unicorn horn. And I was like, rolling my eyes, and she's like, no, I wanted it. I'm like, why? She's like, it was cute. I'm like, it sounds awful.
A poopicorn.
A poopicorn. That's another mythical creature.
That's even more mythical.
Sounds crazy.
That would be also painful.
Ooh, yeah, yikes. Not something I want to think about.
No. So, I don't know, Mary. I'm gonna try to design a Bandicoot swag. Like,
ooh.
Put that on the black market.
Ooh, wow. Bandicoot black market. Wow.
It's going to be a thing in 5 years.
All right. You're ahead of the trend.
That's true.
Even though it's a game that's like 20 years old? As old as this show?
As old as this show. I know. It's timely for the Dawson show. Oh, my God. And another thing that shows the age of the show that was kind of enjoyable. So Andie and Jack are hanging out, and Jack got some hate mail, but it was like actual mail. It was like...
Oh, so true!
Right?
I didn't even think of that! Yes, actual mail. That's
Isn't
hateful.
that crazy? Yeah.
Crazy.
And you know...
Crazy! How'd they even get his address? The phone book? What?
Dude, I don't know. Yeah.
Crazy.
But
he's with Grams now. I don't even know how... Anyway.
Oh, good point.
Is he still with Grams? It's kind of hard to know.
I think so, because it looked like that was where they were hanging out later. I don't know. It's like very weird.
Convoluted.
Like, where is Andie? I don't.
Nobody knows.
These details are not important to the writers, clearly.
No. Who's living with who? Doesn't matter.
No, it's like minor. But yeah, I mean, that's like a lot of work for a hater to do, is to like get a stamp, look up the address in the phone book.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you get less hate mail.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure it's less like, well, no, Jack still got some pretty nasty notes.
I don't remember what they said, but they were mean.
Mm-hmm. And we all know how internet trolls can be, so it sounds like
USPS trolls.
Trolling that postal service.
No.
Oh. But he did get one kind
Oh my
letter.
God, Christine, my notes. I couldn't even process the fact it was real mail. I wrote, Jack has a ton of emails from friends and foes. I couldn't even... My
That's
brain
hilarious.
couldn't process the thought of real mail.
See?
I guess I thought he was reading them on his phone. I don't know what
That's
I
so
thought.
funny. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mary, you need to I don't know, detox from the
I
from
know.
the technology.
I really need to. I was thinking of just like not looking at social media after like 7 p.m. But like I can't stop myself. I can't.
You sounded like a total addict right then.
I know. I am
myself.
addicted. I need to go somewhere where there's no Wi-Fi, but I know I'll go crazy because even like 10 years ago, when we were young, we went. Remember, we went on that trip with Mom for her 50th birthday,
Moose Lodge.
Moose Lodge, and there was no Wi-Fi, and I was just bitching the whole time. And I like it wasn't like it is now with Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like pissed that I couldn't like go on Facebook, I guess, or like Google shit. But it was like I was like, what am I gonna do without internet on this vacation?
Well, that especially the setting. There was like nothing but a lake there.
Yeah, and a creepy ghost story
Yeah, we had a haunted room.
and a haunted lake.
It was like our Witch Island experience.
It was Witch Island, yeah. It was. A creepy mirror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
All sorts
Witch
of
Island. Big Moose
scariness.
Lodge.
Big Moose Lodge. Upstate New York, baby.
Oh, God.
Oh man. Well, yeah, he got a lot of hate mail. He got one nice letter from a gentleman.
Ben Street.
Ben Street.
Is he related to Jason Street?
Mary, I'm so glad you asked that because that was the first thing that I thought.
Nice.
It was like, hey, Friday Night Lights, possible.
Ben Street.
Yeah, it's Street, and Jack is the star. So
Yeah.
that would be the Friday Night Lights plot line for the Dawson's
Reboot.
Creek audience. Yeah.
Were there any gay characters on Friday Night Lights? I feel like there weren't.
Were there any gay characters? I don't think so.
It's a no from me.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm trying to think, but no.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So anyway,
Unless wasn't that girl that was in Landry's band, Crucifixorious?
oh my God, how do you remember the name of Landry's band?
Dude, I remember. And she had like glasses. She was kind of nerdy, and I think he had a crush on her. But maybe she was into girls.
Oh, maybe.
Don't quote me on it, but I'm kind of thinking that's what happened.
Hmm. So
He was trying to get over Tyra.
more
and
of a foil for the one of the main characters than a real plot line.
True. But anyway, back to Dawson.
Yeah,
so
so
I love
Andie-
talking about Friday.
Andie is like so hyped about this love mail. She's like, you have to write him back. And Jack's like, what am I gonna write? I don't know this guy. I wouldn't know what to say. And Andie's like, oh, say anything. It works for John Cusack.
Clap, clap, clap. I like that.
And Jack is just like not having it. He's like, this is a stranger. IDGAF. I give Jack. I mean, this was such a great episode because, I mean, I really liked the dip into technology and with the AIM stuff that comes later.
Me
we don't
too.
Talk about it now, but it was like super exciting because it shows like how much things have changed and how much they have stayed the same.
I couldn't agree more. It was like the whole time I was watching it, I was like, oh, the hate mail, that's a thing today. Oh, the instant message, that's kind of like people are texting today. Like,
Or
you're
like
right.
flipping in the DMs.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was like, how did he get his AIM username?
I know. Well, I honestly thought it was like a fake guy pretending to be Ben Street.
It was a like fishing or something.
Catfish,
A
yeah.
troll. Yeah, it's like catfish. Yeah.
A troll or like Andie doing it to boost his confidence or something.
Oh yeah, I kind of suspected Andie. She was too invested.
Yeah, she said she knew his AIM password, so.
Oh. Weird. I remember AIM though. Oh god.
Me too. I was like rude to boys on it. I remember boys from my class would like message me and I would be like really mean to them. Or they would message me like, Or I would message them like, "Hey," to get their attention. Then I'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I messaged the wrong person."
Mary, you're such a little bee. Oh my god, that's so funny. I would just flirt with boys.
That was my way of flirting because I was too shy to actually flirt, so I'd just be a total bitch. Well, that's rude, and I'm like, "Well,
that's hysterical."
I mean, like I said, I didn't mean to message you.
Damn, that's cold.
Cold as ice. That's why I'm still single.
That's super funny. Oh my god.
I know.
I remember Dad would often log in as me. Our father would do that, and he would chat my friends and say crazy stuff like, "Why didn't we get more homework today?" It's like, and he would be dying laughing. I'm like, "Dad, stop what you're doing." And my friends would be like, "This doesn't sound like Christine."
You're lucky. He's lucky that you were like a good kid and not like, I don't know. I feel like a dad messaging someone's friends could get a rude awakening.
Oh, jam, yeah. That's true.
Jam.
Did I say jam? I meant to say damn.
You said jam.
I got jam on the brain.
Oh, I guess so.
I got some blackberry preserves.
We're not getting very far. Hope, last episode was short. This one's going to be long.
Yeah, Hope, this one's for you.
Buckle up, we're on a tangent here. Talking about AIM back in the day. When I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Suss it and wish I was a kid again. I think I've definitely sung that song on this pod before.
I love it when that's one of my faves that you sing.
I'm back in the day. It's such a good one.
It's so funny. But it's something about AIM that just makes you want to reminisce.
Oh my god, totally.
It's nostalgic.
It was just like, it was so different from texting, just like the lineup of all the people's names. And you could see when they were away. It's like, I could message any of these people at any time. Like,
and they're all at their computer.
You know, they're sitting there waiting to be messaged because no one had anything to Google them.
No one was doing shit.
No one knew how Google works. They were just sitting there waiting for a message.
And it was like, everyone had a slow-ass internet connection, so even if you could Google, you couldn't watch a video. It would take like 2 hours to load.
Oh my god.
You know, you're just like, hope someone messages me.
I'm just gonna sit here until I can tell a boy that I accidentally messaged him. I did it on purpose.
Or like thinking up the best away message, like, oh, I'm gonna put my favorite song lyrics.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some Third Eye Blind up on my aim away message.
I'm gonna look so cool.
Where's the Hoobastank lyrics at?
Hoobastank, ooh. And then you do the squiggle and the heart and the star.
Yes, the lilas.
The color, oh my god, yeah.
Or you to like copy paste something funny that your friend said that was an inside joke and make that your away message. And be like, my girls are so funny. Just made no sense.
It was so funny though.
If you don't get it, then you're not my friend.
Yeah, real ones know.
The real ones know.
Making your profile.
Oh my god.
It was just text. It was, oh my god.
Yeah, text.
All right, I'm gonna say, like, the way that vinyl had a resurgence. I'm making all sorts of predictions tonight for the future. The way that vinyl is having a resurgence, in 20 years, they're gonna release AIM again, and it's gonna come back because people are gonna be like,
it's basically G-Chat.
Oh, kinda. I'm not on G-Chat all the time.
Slack for the workplace.
Oh.
Like, Slack is so much like AIM.
Really? I need to get on Slack. We don't use Slack.
You should. Yeah, Slack is like a huge productivity buster.
Maybe I shouldn't then.
I mean, in some ways that's really good because you can send documents and convey information like without speaking, so it's really fast. But in other ways, it's like, I don't know. We have like a movies channel, and it's like you could just become a movie critic in there, talking for hours about movies.
That sounds fun.
It's fun. Yeah, it is. It's fun.
You should start a Third Eye Blind channel.
There probably already is one. There's like hundreds of channels.
Oh wow, Third Eye Blind lyrics only. That would be fun.
We do have a Playlist Friday channel where every Friday we come up with a theme and then we make a playlist to listen to.
I like that too.
It's nice.
I like that a lot. All right, bring back AIM though. I want to see that little Post-it note next to someone's name.
It's already back. Away. Well, yeah, that's on Slack. Away. You put a little icon.
Oh my god, guys.
Yeah, you gotta get on Slack, bro. It's AIM.
Oh.
AIM
All right.
2018.
All All right. That sounds good. I'm going to do it.
So we got to get back to Dawson.
We do. Listeners, I'm sorry.
I hope we're not losing any listeners here.
I know. But we're usually better than this.
I know. Well, it's hard when you got aim on the brain.
It's true.
So Pacey gets his ass called into the guidance counselor's office. There's a new Mr. Milo in town. I don't know why, because apparently they still talk about Mr. Milo like he's there, but this new guy's there, and he's like, listen, buddy, you're failing math, and you're doing very poorly in all of your other subjects. Is it because maybe you're heartsick? And Pacey's like, oh my, she's not my girlfriend anymore. I'm dumped. And the guy's like, oh, like, I'm sorry to hear that. And Pacey's like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, he doesn't care. And this new guy is like, well, listen, whatever's eating at you these days, don't let it win, okay?
Deep.
And then Pacey's like, did he say I think it already has, or is that in my mind?
Yeah, I think he did say that. I didn't write it down, so I can't verify, but in my memory, he did say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, kind of a dark scene. Pacey's really let his grades slip again.
I know. It was sad to hear that he's failing again, because it sounded like he turned around and he had a future and all that, but it's gone with the wind, and the wind is Andie McPhee.
It's not true.
And it's that I guess Pacey found himself in the top 10 most in need of guidance. Which is stressful. Yeah. It's not the top 10 list you want to find yourself on.
No.
So that kind of inspires Pacey to get help from just the brainiest girl we all know and love, Joey Potter. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Joey, you look gorgeous, ravishing, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, let me guess, you need my notes.
Right.
Because Pacey was skipping class to have a romantic interlude with Jen that just was very unromantic and, blowing off class.
Not even very sexual.
No. It was just casual, no sex.
Sex can never be casual.
Yeah, that was a Jen quote from last time. Sex is never casual. Which is funny because Jen is like, but let's have casual sex.
Casual sex queen.
So anyway, Pacey's kind of like, well, yeah, I need your notes, but I need your help because I'm failing math and all this stuff. So Joey gives him her notes, and Pacey's like, oh wait, hold on, what's a cosine? Oh, boy. Joey's like, Pacey, if you don't know what a cosine is, like, you're beyond help. I can't help you. And it's true. It's trig. That's like one of the first things you learn. The SOHCAHTOA, if you remember that from your math class.
Okay, brain.
I remember that, Mary, that little
I don't even think I took trig.
You had to have. I'm sure you took trig. Do you know the triangles? Figure out the angles? Lengths of the sides. You did it.
I don't remember cosine.
You don't remember?
No.
Well, you gotta go back to Cape Side High.
I haven't had to use the word in a long time.
Well, what about in the sense where you're like agreeing with someone, like, yeah, I co-sign that.
Yeah, that's the
cosine you know and love.
That's the one I know.
Well, it turns out that Joey actually needs something from Pacey. And Pacey is desperate enough to say...
So it's tit for tat with Joey.
Yeah, you're never going to get a favor.
No, there's no free lunch in her world.
And yeah, as soon as Pacey is like, I'll do anything. And Joey's like, anything? Wow.
I will do anything for that. But I won't dance.
Except I will.
Except I will.
Yeah. Joey is trying to get that ballroom dance scholarship.
Jesus Christ, what kind of town is this? You get a scholarship for being a beauty queen. You get a scholarship for being a ballroom dancer. None of these things are real.
Yeah, Joey is smart. Why does she get a scholarship for that? Like a normal
place. Smart. Yeah, I think she did really well on her PSATs.
Right? I'm sure she got like a perfect score.
Yeah.
Well, not because she cheated.
Andie that got one because she cheated.
Andie. I can't wait for that to like bite her in the ass. I'm sorry.
I don't know if it will. I feel like it's another thing they're just going to throw away.
God. Annoying. I don't know. Well, whatever. But yeah, Joey is like, Pacey, we gotta win. Or I don't even know if they have to win. They just have to be like the youngest. That's just
No, they need to learn. She needs to learn.
They need to learn. Okay. Pacey sucks, though.
Yeah. But before any of this happens, we're in the library, and they're on the computers.
Oh, the AIM
and
scene.
the AIM, we talked about AIM, and then we skipped the AIM scene.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
Jack and Andie are at the computers. Andie is learning to use Google by pretending to look for a boyfriend. And she keeps going on about how Jack needs to write back to Ben Street. And he's like, you should start your own website, www.annoyingsister.com. Which, Christine, I won't even joke about that being your domain name.
Oh, no, don't. I'm not annoying. I'm like, #favoritesister.com.
Oh.
Not hashtag.
And a domain name.
www. Oh, now I'm confused with my technology. That's going to be in 30 years. People are going to put hashtags in their domain names.
Oh, no.
Mark my
words.
words.
Happening.
Listeners, it probably is. I know.
So Andie's like, you've got to write him back. When somehow, out of the nowhere, well, Jack's kind of like, well, he took a guy to prom. They're probably dating. And Andie's like, well, a lot can happen between May and November, and ain't that the truth? And all of a sudden, Jack gets a message from Ben on AIM. And I'm just like, is it really him? Or is it Andie pretending to be him? Or someone else pretending to be him? I just have Jack's interest at heart. I'm like, someone is trolling him. He's going to get his little heart broken, and he's never going to be vulnerable again. These are my fears.
Mary was not trusting.
No.
See, that's a sign of our times. We're so skeptical. Like,
yeah, we're like, you're being catfished.
Like, who the fuck is
His
that?
name is Benjamin Street on AIM, then it's not Benjamin Street.
Yeah, like, red
Even
flag.
Jack's name was just Jack not the real thing.
That's so true. Yeah.
And the guy, he doesn't even, like, say, hey, what's up? He says, hello, is this thing on? It's like, say hi first, and then complain that you're being ignored. You don't complain you're being ignored before you've been ignored.
Yeah, I didn't even notice he said that. It's
coming off very, like, needy right away, Ben Street.
Or, like, hapless. Like, I don't know how to use AIM, although I found your username and I'm chatting you.
Yeah, like, kind of like Creep City.
That's a little creepy. I would be skeptical, yeah.
It's not like you can search for people on AIM, is it? You have to know their name.
It's been so long, I don't remember.
I think you have to know someone's name.
You probably do. So, like, I'm sure that's not public info.
Mm-hmm.
How would we tell each other? We just give it to people word of mouth, right?
Yeah, I remember some people just asking, like, what's your AIM name?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Like, writing it on a piece of paper.
Golden days. Yeah.
Ooh,
like
I'm cringing. I'm cringing thinking about my AIM behavior.
I'm enjoying it.
Being a bully.
I'm a little cringy, too, on, like, some of the away messages and stuff, but,
I'm more cringy on just the way I acted about it, but whatever.
Well, I've
you live, you learn.
Too. We're all kids. What can we say?
Well, yeah.
We had raging hormones, like these.
Yeah. I've never behaved as badly as Dawson, so at least I can comfort myself with that knowledge.
There you go. Oh, man.
So then we cut to Dawson fooling around in his room, looking in every nook and cranny, and he finds a condom, not a used one, thankfully, a packaged one on the floor left over from Pacey and Jen's dalliance.
Ooh. He's like, I don't own any rubbers, so...
He's like, a clue. It's like, this is a Durex, and I only buy Trojans.
He only buys Brown Betty's.
True. They came highly recommended.
Yeah, by that lady. Yeah. All the men were like, gonna give that a try.
I want to bang her, so I'm gonna get this.
Oh my God, yeah, Dawson's on the case now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very suspicious. And he knows Pacey's involved. He knows the rubber's involved. Then he sees Pacey and Joey. Well, before he sees them, Pacey and Joey are having a little conversation about their dancing. And Pacey is very adamant that he wants to keep their dance lessons a complete secret. He doesn't want it out at all. And Joey's like, well, duh, you think I want people to know? Like, we're on the same page. Like, we'll keep it entre nous. Call back to a previous app. So they agreed to keep it a secret. Q Dawson walks up, and he's like, "What's going on? What are you guys doing? What are you doing?"
What secret? He reminded me of Dad in this episode.
Dude,
being like, what are we talking about? Where are you going? What's going? What project? What yard work? Why don't I know about this? Why are you smiling? What's going on? Chill, wow! Like, you need to chill. Dawson is like way too nosy, and
Yeah.
Reminding me of our dad, big time.
He needs to like sniff out the secret. He thinks they're fucking. That's what he thinks the secret is.
Yeah. Oh God.
So he's like triggered to the max.
Triggered.
He's totally. Oh man. So, but they're like not telling him, obviously. So like we got a secret, man.
We got a secret and we're keeping it.
Totally. Then I think we get a little more about Jack and Andie, and they've learned a little bit more about this Ben Street.
Oh yeah.
I guess Mary,
he's been messaging back.
Yeah, they've been having a little AIM chat.
AIM chat.
He was like, "Oh no, I really did mean to message you. I didn't mean to message someone else."
He wasn't as bitchy as me. Oh, wrong number. Who dis? That's what I would do. I would like message people and be like, "Who dis?" I'm just messaging you.
Computer, yeah.
I didn't want to talk to you, but now that I am, go away. Like,
oh my God, that actually just reminded me. I remember getting a message from a total stranger.
Yeah.
And it scared me bad because they were like talking to me and I answered, and then they asked me some question and it made me like a little uncomfortable and I didn't want to answer, and I was like, "Who is this?" And they're like, "We were talking so well. Why do you have to know?" And I was like, "Ooh."
Ew.
And I never found out who that was. To this day, it's a mystery.
And then this was on AIM?
This was on AIM.
That's pretty deaky.
It's really crazy.
Wow. You know what happened to me that was freaky deaky like that, but it wasn't over AIM, it was in real life.
What?
I was in rehearsal one night until late, and I didn't get home until like 11 or 12 at night, and my roommates were like, "Some guy came here looking for you." And they rang the bell and they asked for Mary. And I was like, "Well, who was it?" And they're like, "I don't know. Like, I didn't recognize him." I'm like, "They didn't say who it was?" And they're like, "No." They're like, they got kind of mad when like you weren't home. And then we watched them leave, and they were wearing like a red hat. This was before 2016, so this wasn't like a Trump, but it was someone in a red hat. And then I asked all my friends who were men in the city who knew where I lived if they came by my house. None of them came by my house.
That is terrifying.
Like, who the F came by my house looking for me?
That's really scary.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, that's I don't know. I'd be real freaked out.
Maybe, that's the freaky deaky.
That's real freaky deaky. I would be like, maybe put a police notice out.
I was just so weirded out because not that many people like necessarily know where they know what neighborhood I live in, but they don't know what my apartment number is.
And who would just pop by without texting you?
Nobody.
Just know if you're home.
Nobody.
So
weird.
Yikes. Mary, be careful.
This was like 3 years ago, so.
Oh, right. Before 2016. We have bigger things to worry about now, I guess.
Bigger fish to fry. Oh my God.
Still very odd.
So very odd. And one time I got an email from myself from the future.
That sounds like a movie.
I always tell these stories in tandem because they're both freaky. But I got this email from myself that had a date of the future. Isn't that weird?
What did it say?
I can't remember. It was kind of nonsensical.
Oh my God.
I know, it's weird.
Mary, are you a time traveler? You're going to invent a time machine.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would. We could go back to 1990 and watch Dawson's Creek for the first time.
Oh, shit!
But then
I would warn myself about something.
We wouldn't have the podcast then.
Oh, let's not do
totally
it.
Different.
Let's go back to the future and do something else.
Okay.
Okay, we have to get back to Dawson.
I know.
Mean, these are all kind of AIM related, but we have to get back.
Yeah, we do.
So, Ben tells Jack over Messenger that he wasn't really dating the prom guy. He just asked him to prom to make a statement. Mm-hmm. So
a political statement.
Yeah. So he's also a saxophonist, and he does track and field. And Andie's like, let's stalk him. This also rang very true. I was like, yes, Google his name for pics. And she was like, let's ask him for a front picture. A front and a picture of his full body.
Nothing's
Like,
changed.
that's like creepy, like Tinder, like send pics, send nudes.
So
I was like, oh my god. So they asked this guy for pics. And he sends them. He's like more than happy to.
And it's funny how Jack in the beginning is like, no, you can't ask him for a picture. And then some woman out of nowhere walks by and says, I dated a man on the internet once. Hideous. And Jack's
like,
get that pic. Yeah. I mean, if it were 2018, you know it would be a dick pic.
Oh, absolute. I mean, they could also, if it was 2018, they could just Google this guy's name and find him real quick.
It's true. Yeah.
Know everything about him from 6th grade on.
Yeah, your whole life is right there. No
It's all
privacy.
out in the open. It's amazing what you can find.
Mary.
What? You don't stalk people? Come on. We all do it.
We all do it. We all do it.
It's
It's the world we live
human
in.
nature to be curious. You also are trying to Well,
you don't want to end up with a weirdo too.
Yeah.
Like, are you on the sex offender list? Like, I want to know that.
Yeah, Google that. Google that shit.
Google that shit. Can't trust anyone.
No.
This is 2018.
Trust no one. Stalk people. Send yourself warnings from the future.
I wish I
The
could
only way
do
to
that.
stay safe.
Yeah. Oh, my word.
So Jen strolls into the video store. She's looking for the P, but she finds the D. So he's working hard, and she's like, well, I need Pacey. We're doing a human growth and development project together. I was like, oh, smooth, Jen. I think he knows that there's no class called human growth and development. And he's like, ugh, Pacey's such a flake lately. He's been so weird since he made a porno with Miss Jacobs.
That was so long ago.
I know, and Dawson's still jealous about it, obviously.
Well, he's still a big V.
He's still a big V. Oh, D, I can relate. Not really, but kind of. So Pacey, meanwhile, is with Joey, and he's like, I need a study break. Oh, this is so stressful, so boring. He's like, I'm used to getting sexual rewards every time I do a little bit of studying from Tamara and Andie. And Joey's like, I offered you Chex Mix.
I loved that line.
That was pretty funny. And he's like, listen, I wasn't hitting on you, Joey. I'm just saying that, maybe I should go hit up this girl that I have a setup with. Like some no strings attached stuff. Would you ever be interested in that? And she's like, oh, I am offended.
Joey is not into casual sex.
She's not into casual sex at all. She's all monogamy all the time. She's like, no. And I think if you really wanted casual sex, you'd be out there getting casual sex and not here studying with me. Okay?
I liked that. I was like, she's not wrong there.
True.
Yeah.
He could be with Jen right now. She's looking for him. But instead, he's trying to get those grades up. Not trying to get his D up.
Yep. Oh, God. I guess Andie, it looks like Andie and Jack, then they got his picture. And Mary,
3 hours later, and the pic comes through.
It's so slow. I was like, this episode was so nostalgic. Oh, my God. So the pic comes in.
It's loading.
Yeah, you see a little more. The mystery's building. And they like what they see.
This looks just like Jack.
Ben Street, yeah, he does. He's like a cute little white boy. Got the generic hair, a generic shirt, just like a generic guy. But
looking like a Jack.
Jack's like, he's hot. And Andie is like, all right, well, you got to meet him. You got to set up a meet. This is so Tinder, Mary.
I know. Meet up in a public place.
Yeah. Not like I've ever
get coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the future, the map of the future.
It's very reminiscent
of Dawson's Creek. So Andie crafts a message. It's like, I love your pic. Let's
love
meet.
the pic. loves me tonight. For coffee?
For coffee. So it's a date.
And he's like, I thought you'd never ask. And it's like, y'all just met. You haven't even met. Okay?
Yeah, this isn't online.
Same
this is
day.
not an IRL. Yeah.
It's the same day.
Oh, my word.
So then we bump back to Jen and Dawson. Dawson's decorating the movie store when all of a sudden Jen spies Pacey and Joey walking down the street together at night.
All right, we gotta set the scene a little because Jen and Dawson are decorating the store with Hitchcock paraphernalia.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, as in the brilliant mystery director Alfred Hitchcock, and they kind of play a little detective right after that, and I just loved that little tidbit. Yeah, and they like dramatically look out the window, and yes, they spy Pacey, and then they spy Joey, and then they're like, "We gotta follow, we gotta investigate."
Just trying to follow people.
I know they are. Yeah, they followed Eve a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're little stalkers, all of them.
They are.
So they end up following them all the way to the dance hall, and somehow, because it's ridiculous, they get stuck being forced to participate in the dance. And this forces a lot of drama and tension. Because, of course, the teacher doesn't just quietly, like, fold them into the class. She announces, everyone, another young couple is taking up dancing. Isn't this a miracle? Blah, blah, blah. And then
everyone claps.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
It's like you clap every time someone enters the room?
In the middle of the class. Yeah, it's like disruptive. Bizarre. I don't know. But Joey and Pacey are like, WTF? Like, what are you guys doing here? And it's a little awkward, Mare.
It's very awkward, and it's exacerbated by the fact that the teacher has a running commentary on the minors and their sexual tensions in the class. She's like, oh, Dawson and Jen, you two are naturals. And I bet it's because you guys used to date, and now you're friends who trust each other. And oh, you, Pacey and Joey, you're too tense and bickering all the time. And it must be because you're in the beginning of a sexually tense mating ritual. The dancing doesn't lie. I'm just like, lady, you're way out of turn.
Yeah, that was a lot.
It was a lot.
I mean, that's the kind of thing, even if you think it yourself, saying it, you just know you're making everyone uncomfortable. This is
something I say, you don't have to say everything that comes into your mind.
Right.
Like, some things keep to yourself, please. Please. A lot of things make people uncomfortable.
Right. They're just not appropriate either.
It's not appropriate to say every thought that enters your mind. A little censor is good.
It's very good. Yeah.
A lot of these characters could use it.
So true.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah, so she's like breaking down their entire dynamic right there in front of them. Ugh. And then we go back to Jack and Andie, and Jack is getting ready for the date. And, I don't know, Andie's, like, really wants him to have a good time, so she's invested, and Jack is, like, worried that she won't like what he's wearing. And she says, Mary, I don't know if this is the exact quote, but she says something like, you'll be fine, you'll be like Marky Mark fine.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
This might not really be a quote, and I just rewatched Boogie Nights, so Marky Mark's on my brain, but...
Oh.
I thought she said Marky Mark fine. So Andie might have a thing for Mark Wahlberg.
Ooh. Well, at least that actress didn't marry him like Joey and Tom Cruise.
Oh.
Alright, that's all I'll do.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Very weird.
Yeah, and then Jack's just getting himself all worked up. He's so anxious. I mean, Jack, I get it. But he's like, I don't even know Ben. Why am I doing this? And he's like, it's just one date. Like, you're going to get to know him. It's going to be fun. And Jack's just like, this is like a whole new stage of my life that I'm entering into, and I'm just not sure if I'm ready for it. He's like, I've been saying I'm gay, yes, but now I'm acting on being gay, and that's different. It's a different step, and it's a lot.
Yeah. The way he put it, I thought was interesting. He was like, I'm not just going to be telling the world I'm gay, I'm going to be gay.
Right.
And then Andie was kind of like, well, you'll be gay anyway.
Yeah.
So, which is true. But right. I feel like Jack, It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to live it, and he might just not be ready to live it yet.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I like that Andie.
I mean, people who are straight doesn't mean they're ready to date.
Oh, totally. I know.
Yeah.
It is. It's a lot. But I like that Andie is, like, helping him. She's supporting him. She's, you know, she's there for him right now.
Yeah.
And she has good intentions.
She does, for once. So then we're back at the dancing, and the instructor has this new thing in her head that she wants to start switching up the partners. So she's got Dawson and Pacey dancing together, Joey and Jen. It's going to be like musical chair style. People are going to be switching partners left and right, and it's really building the tension. So Dawson's quizzing Pacey all about the condom, and all of a sudden the instructor switches. And then Dawson's with Joey, and he's like, why didn't you ask my help with the scholarship stuff? And then Pacey pulls Joey aside and tells Joey that Dawson thinks they're doing it. And then Pacey's questioning why Dawson assumed it was Joey, and, you know, why he didn't assume it was someone else that he's having sex with in Dawson's room. And Dawson's like, no, you can't get out of this by psychoanalyzing me. And then Pacey just basically, like, flips the gasket, and he's like, you know, you talk and talk, but you don't listen to yourself. Like, you're not over Joey. Why are you still thinking about her all the time? You say you're over her, but you're clearly not, and I just want to know what you're going to do when someone else is interested in her, because, you know, your best friend isn't going to steal her out from under you, but someone else who's not your best friend would, and she's so hot, she's gorgeous, she's a beautiful, perfect woman, so anyone who looks at her is going to want her, so what are you going to do? It's just like, Pacey, you're showing your hand a bit.
Oh, for sure. He calls her a freaking goddess.
Yeah, it's wild.
Alright, Pacey's got the hots for Joey.
Yeah, like, kind of since when? Because, like, it's not like he saw her at the beauty pageant. No, I'm kidding. But I mean, the way he's like, he worships her in this monologue, and it's like, that's kind of new.
Well, yeah, we've never heard him vocalize it like this before.
Yeah.
There've been, like,
I don't even know if I've seen it in his eyes yet, though.
There have been, like, slight inklings toward it, but nothing.
Did you say she's a freaking goddess?
He's not. Yeah, I feel like that's like something Henry would say about Jen.
Yeah.
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 And he doesn't act like that
Where
with
the
Joey.
F is Henry? He's been missing.
I miss Henry.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I miss the football, Mary.
The season's over.
So football rich. Now there's none.
So football rich.
It's just so fun while it lasted.
I think it was just the beginning of the season, too. So there should be more, but who knows?
I know, it's still football season, right? Like,
I guess.
I don't know. Football lasts a while. It's not winter yet.
They only had that one game.
Yeah, there's definitely more than one game. Go Minutemen. That's all I have to say.
God, you sound like Mitch. I was just grateful there was no Mitch in this episode.
This is a Mitch-free app.
Bless.
Blessed is she.
Oh, God. So then Jen runs after Pacey after he, like, gets all mad at Dawson and storms off. And she's like, they're just, like, ready to leave or whatever in the coat room. And they're both like, why wasn't this working? Why can't we do it? And she's like, well, probably a million reasons. Like, there's too much shame surrounding sex in this culture. Our families have instilled in us that sex is dirty. You know, a million reasons. And then Pacey kind of puts his arm around her, and they snuggle up, and he starts smelling her hair, and then he gets all horny.
He loves the smell of her hair.
Oh, my God. And then Jen's like, you're ready for a return to Witch Island? And Pacey's like, maybe it was the dancing. Perhaps it's just the romantic setting of this coat room, but I'm definitely getting that witchy feeling.
Ooh,
sexy.
Ow, ow.
And so, yeah, they're going to do it in the coat room. And then Jack is ready to walk into his date. He's at the coffee date. He sees it's Ben. I was so relieved to see the face matches the pic. Because that's
rare. Good call.
And
true.
It's really him. And he looks nervous and excited. There's apprehension. Jack reaches for that door handle. And then it cuts to Dawson and Joey walking into the coat room. Busted. Jen and Pacey making out on the floor. Dawson's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What do we have here? Pacey and Jen are like, it's nothing. And Joey's like, you're both going to get hurt by this. I mean, Joey acts like she's in this love triangle. Like, she's part of the relationship. Or, like, someone's cheating on her. But, like, no, girl, this has nothing to do with you.
Well, this might be her showing her feelings for Pacey.
Yeah, because then she's like, oh, so is that why you named your boat True Love? Because you're so into casual sex. And then she tells Jen, Pacey tells Jen that Joey knows about the arrangement. And, you know, Jen's just kind of livid. I mean, Joey really kind of tells them both off and, like, slut shames them hard.
She's really not endorsing it at all. She doesn't understand it. She doesn't approve it.
No.
She doesn't want any part of it. And Jen, like, after that whole bombshell goes off, Jen is basically, like, sees the writing on the wall. She sees it's over with Pacey. And they kind of have a nice moment where they're just honest. And, like, she asks him if he's disappointed, and he says he is. But he's also a little bit relieved. And she says she kind of feels the same way.
Yeah.
And then she says...
Well, but before that, she's like, what is it about her? She's obviously got something that makes boys in emotional turmoil just run to her, flock to her.
Yeah, she does say
Jen,
that. Yeah.
again, is jealous of Joey.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough for Jen.
It is.
But
yeah, I feel bad for Jen.
I do want
She's an number one girl, and there's no number one guys in Cape Side.
I know. They can't handle Jen. How do you not have any feeling? If you start kissing someone, I don't know. Well, I mean,
unless they're unattractive and you don't like them as a person. But they are attracted to each other and they like each other as people, so there's no reason.
I know, I don't get how it's not working. I'm like, this seems so weird.
It's weird.
Like,
I think it's just the characters not wanting it to be a thing, so.
Yeah, so they're like, we're going to stop it any way we can.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, it's crazy.
So, Jack is back from his date, and Andie's like, how was it? How was the date? And he's like, well, I don't have any good date stories for you because to go on and have first date stories, you actually have to have a first date. And he didn't go because he panicked. He saw the straight couple in the window. Damn you straight people. And it freaked him out.
So, okay, Oh, sorry. No, I was confused that maybe I was seeing the wrong thing. But when that first time when he had the hand on the door, he looked in, he saw Ben. Then I thought he saw Ben look at someone that sat at the table with him.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No, I think he saw a couple, like, scooch past him.
Oh, okay.
Like,
maybe that was
behind
it.
him, and he was like, oh, yeah, it's okay, or whatever.
Oh, okay. And then Jack saw that couple, or saw some other couple, and was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, it freaked him out, and he was just like, I'm just not brave enough to walk through the door.
Oh, Jack.
It's okay.
Yeah, well, when you're not ready, you don't have to do anything. Just wait.
Yeah, and that's basically what Andie said. She's like, it's okay to feel fear, and you should listen to your heart if it's telling you you're not ready to date. That's okay.
Yeah, so Andie gets a lot of points this episode. She's been kind of terrible lately, but
yeah,
she was really there for Jack. She pushed him a little bit out of his comfort zone, but when she sensed it was too far, which she even said herself, she's like, I know when to push and I know when to hold back.
Right.
More or less, so. But she was supportive in both ways, you know? And looking out for Jack. So that was nice to see their relationship have some more meat to it and some more actual compassion.
Right.
As siblings should have.
Yeah. So then we find ourselves with Dawson and Joey, and Dawson's like, listen, Joey, like, the two stereotypes of Jen and Pacey were destined to collide at some point. And Joey's just not having it. She doesn't think it's moral to be in a casual relationship. And he's like, give them a break. They're just lonely. And I appreciated that Dawson had that kind of perspective.
Yeah, Dawson's not so, like, Bible thumping as Joey.
Yeah.
He can look
I don't think Joey's really Bible thumping as much as she, like, thinks of love as, like, something really, like, sacred, you know?
Right.
And I think she's a little, I think she's also, like, a little insecure, like, thinking that, like, if girls are giving out sex casually, then no one's gonna want to, like, take the time to fall in love with me. Like, I think she's insecure about what she has to offer.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think that, but I could see it.
Yeah.
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 But Joey, I mean, yeah, one thing I do kind of admire about Joey is that she has her moral compass and she's like never wavers. Like she's always really true to her beliefs and her values. Which is admirable. It's hard though. And I don't think it's always like great for the person. Like sometimes you want to do something a little wild and fun just because you're alive. Just experience stuff. It's really not that big of a deal. But if you do feel that strongly about it, then like Joey does, then no. Like she would, that would probably ruin her.
Right.
So, I do look up to people like Joey. But her and Dawson, they're both kind of in agreement that they wouldn't be able to have casual sex.
Or even have sex with someone they didn't love.
Oh my god, yeah. I was like,
that's what they say. I'm like, well...
Maybe because you're a teenager? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I'm like, love takes a long time, but okay.
Well, I once told someone, sometimes love lasts forever, sometimes it just lasts for 2 weeks. So, you could be in love with someone for a little bit and, enjoy.
I don't know if I think that's more lust. Not to get into semantics. But...
That could be true. But hey, I mean, it's still a powerful feeling.
Yeah, lust I think is more powerful than love sometimes.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Make you freaking crazy. Yeah, damn. So Dee's like, well, Joey's still in a rage. She's like, they're just using each other. And Dawson's like, well, we're all guilty of that. Don't, calm down.
Yeah.
So, Joey's like, Dawson's like, come on, like, you know that you would want to have sex. Like, she's like, no, I wouldn't. And he's like, even if the feelings are wrong, they're there. It's like, don't deny what you're feeling because of your code. You know what I mean?
Because of your what?
Your code, your moral
code.
code.
Right.
Because then you're not really, like, repressing yourself.
I know.
So, Joey goes back in to get her coat, and she sees Pacey. He's sitting alone at the table. He's looking real sad. She sits with him, and he's like, I never slept with Jen. And she's like, look, I'm sorry. I really overreacted, and none of this is my business anyway. And he's like, well, you got your coat. Why are you sitting here talking to me? She's like, well, our friend Dee convinced me to take pity on you and your testosterone-riddled self. And then, turns out there's no goddamn scholarship this year. Just free dance classes on offer. I mean, what a ridiculous, stupid ruse.
Yeah, oh man. Well, Mary, do you think that Dawson basically pushed Joey into Pacey's arms? By talking about... especially that feeling line, when you just said that, it kind of made me think, like, well, if Dawson's telling Joey, like, even if you think the feelings are wrong, they're there. If she's like, I have feelings for Pacey, and I think it's wrong because he's Dawson's best friend, but they're there. And then she tells Pacey, Dawson's the reason I'm talking to you.
Oh,
Dawson's going to kick himself.
Dawson, yeah. His moment of clarity is gonna really come back to bite his ass.
Poor Dee.
Oh, Dee.
Oh, ay. But yeah, I guess Joey's still, she's got to keep working somewhere because she's not getting that scholarship, like you said.
Right.
And that's the ep.
That is the ep.
Well, Mary,
Good one.
That was a really enjoyable one. A lot of nostalgia. A lot of foreshadowing, too, to the world we live in today.
So true.
Which is kind of cool, in a way.
Yeah.
But, Mary, I want to ask about your dares this week.
I failed big time. I didn't do them. I didn't even try.
Mary,
just
Mary, I'm
forgot.
disappointed.
Oh.
But I'm also relieved because I didn't do them either.
No.
Just like Pacey and Jen. We're disappointed and relieved.
Yeah.
No, I know. I was thinking about saying the sanctimonious one,
Mm.
but I didn't. You know, it never came up.
Oops. Which one was that one?
Wake up and smell the sanctimony.
Oh.
Oh shit! I could have just said congratulations.
I know.
I forgot about that
one.
one.
Easy one.
I gotta like start writing these on some big prominent piece of paper in my apartment.
Your hand. You probably did
Yeah.
say congratulations, and you just didn't even know it.
I'm sure I did. Oh, dang it. Foreplay is no laughing matter. I'm just gonna try to say that one someday.
That was a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Well, listeners, we got a big F this week, but I don't know. Maybe next week we'll both do them, and you will be neither disappointed, but you will be relieved. You won't be disappointed, but will be relieved.
I don't have very good ones for you to do this week.
Oh, usually do, but that's okay.
I know. So you're gonna say either they're just using each other.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to get out of this by psychoanalyzing me.
A classic D.
Or I'm definitely getting that witchy feeling.
Oh, I like that one.
That one's good because it's like the fall is starting.
Yes.
Someone's like buying a pumpkin spice.
I did already buy a pumpkin spice.
Oh, who are you?
I kind of like them.
A PSO.
True
They're too sweet for me.
confessions. They're a little sweet, but if you want something sweet, they're good.
Yeah.
If I feel like I could say they're just using each other about a lot of the Republicans in office right now.
Yeah. Or
That
like
might
Kelly
come up.
Conway and George Conway.
Oh, yeah.
Or Conway, I mean.
Oh, right.
No, Conway. What am I thinking? My brain is addled to mush.
Yeah, the husband-wife.
That was a Dawson line.
Okay. I was like, wait.
It sounded Dawson-like.
What?
My brain is addled mush. That's like something Dawson would say.
Mary, I'm going to give you enough sexual tension here to power a Kiss reunion tour.
Oh my god.
That's a mouthful, but it was a great quote.
Enough sexual tension here to power a Kiss
reunion tour. That's a lot of power.
Why? Did they have sexual tension?
That was Pacey and Pacey and Joey dancing. That
Yeah, but
instructor
Kiss
said.
didn't have sexual tension. Just it
No,
was
but they
power?
had a lot of power.
Oh, okay.
They're like an 80s hair metal.
I know what Kiss is.
All those amps, Mary. Okay, good. If you want to rock and roll all night and party every day,
You're gonna need a lot of sexual tension.
It's gonna be an expensive electric bill, is what I'm saying.
Oh wow.
So that's one. Let me see what else I have written down.
I'd like to give myself one, but
You could say just playing some Crash Bandicoot.
come on.
Mary,
How am I
if you
gonna
have
say
to
that?
if you have to get out of something,
Oh god.
it could be your excuse. Or you could say, you know, I dated a guy from the internet once. Hideous.
Ah, that's mean. Oh.
You don't want to say that one.
Well, I mean, I'm writing it down.
Well, you could also say, I could give you another one.
Mm-hmm.
You could say thanks for nothing.
Oh, you didn't give me the one I wanted that I didn't give you because I wanted it.
Oh, what was it?
The dancing doesn't lie, because I'm going dancing tomorrow night.
Oh, I didn't write that quote down.
Boo!
You could still say it. It just won't
Yeah, but
count.
will I get a point? No. I want it to count.
Well, that's not how the game works.
Yeah, I don't know if I can say any of these, but I'll give it my best try.
You're just playing Crash Bandicoot. I think you could say that.
How
I'm
much
surprised you
longer?
haven't said that today, just in your normal conversation.
I don't have that game system, whatever it is. I don't think the game still exists. It's going to be an obvious lie.
It's going to be funny.
Oh boy. All right, listeners. This is a long app. We deliver? We promised and we delivered.
I think we delivered. I hope you liked it. We did do a little rambling, but we can't help it when we have to reminisce.
Yeah, sometimes we get off track, but that's part of the deal that you know that you get when you turn on Dawson Cries.
It's true. So we'll be back next week. In the meantime, we look forward to your tweets this week. If you've never tweeted at us before, but you're on Twitter and you'd like to, you can do that at WAH Dawson Cries, at WAH Dawson Cries. Let us know what you think. Tell us about your AIM experiences. Do you miss it? Do you want it to come back?
Were you nice on AIM or were you mean like me?
Yeah, I want to know that. I want to know what your favorite away message was. Yes. I want to know what your username was.
Ooh, mine was so embarrassing.
What was it, Mary? You got to tell
us
now. I'm not going to say.
Crazy?
Oh, all right. I won't force it. It can live in the AIM era. Yes. But, you know, we have Twitter now, so interact with us there. And if you like what you hear, please leave us a review on iTunes. 5 stars only, and glowing reviews.
Glowing praise.
That's what we'd like to see from you all.
That's what I like. That's what I like. For me, that's what I like.
Oh, listeners.
Okay, bye, listeners.
Bye.